Welcome back to Rebuild Rescue. We got some work to do in the 401 today, but we also have a lot of stuff to share with you guys that's been going on here at the hangar. Including, you'll notice I don't have my arm thing on anymore, and I'm kind of supposed to, but I am one arm, so I'm a little slow with what I'm a little slower anyway. We got some tip tanks to do today. We got the door on the 401 to get fixed up, to get working again. And Joe, what's this doing over here?
Well, we thought you were lonely.
Just so you guys know, that's not a new project. That's the 402 that we already own that we borrowed the wings from. So the guys have been hard at work while I've been out at doctor's appointments. We got work to do, so yeah, but I won't be using my arm. A little bit slower than what I want to be, but we're still getting stuff done. But first, we have a Mustang that we got to give away. We're here. I just picked up Mike from the airport, and you came in all the way from Colorado.
Denver, yeah.
Denver, because you came here to look at my car and then go home, right?
That's right.
But you're taking it.
Right.
We're going to take it with. So Michael won, won this car. If you guys remember the phone call. Hello, is this Michael?
Who is this?
Do you watch YouTube at all?
Why?
We all got a laugh from. We bugged him in the middle of vacation. You were out in Canada.
Up in Calgary, yeah.
And he thought for sure we were trying to sell him something, but little did he know we were giving him a car. So, and how'd you get it?
I bought a shirt.
You bought a shirt?
Matter of fact,
Hey, look at this. And
I bought this shirt and one more.
nice. So all it took was 2 shirts, and you got a Mustang. So
Not a bad deal.
it's a really good deal. So
Yeah, I
check it
think
out.
it's a good trade.
It's a good trade. Do you have any cars you'll trade me for some shirts?
I got a 56 Dodge Coronet if you want it.
Needs
a little work though.
Check it out, man.
Oh wow, this thing is in nice condition.
If you know anything about these, they made 1,500 of them.
Yep.
It was the summer edition, I believe they called it.
Yes.
Chrome wheels, black top. It's got this special yellow paint. It's the only car they use this yellow paint on. Black leather, 5-liter. And this one is an automatic, and I heard that you may lose this car when you get home.
Yeah, the wife's gonna take it.
She's looking forward to it too. So
Very much. So.
Yeah.
Very much.
What do you think?
I think it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
I think you did a great job of restoring it or whatever you did
Yeah.
there. And,
Yeah, so when I
really
was
nice.
when I was 16, I had a friend of mine that had one of these. I had like zero money. I didn't drive anything like this. So I was always jealous of them. And I said one day when I find one, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna have one. And then I did, and I had it for a couple years, and then I was excited for someone else to have it. So I'm excited for you. On the way here, Mike was sharing so many different stories with me, and I got to know him really well. And I think with all the stories you shared, I mean, you're helping a friend of yours right now with a Jeep, and he's giving him this Jeep that he's fixing and stuff. So I can't think of a better person that could have won this.
Me either.
You know?
I can't think of anybody better.
Awesome. Well, you ready to go for a drive?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's go. Okay, so we should probably put the top down. What do you think?
You think so? Sure.
I think so. Pull that out, and you got to put the windows down just a tick. So go ahead and fire up. Windows down, and put the back windows down too, the last 2 there.
Got it. Wow, the top even works.
Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we better do this.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
Very nice. Stereo work?
Yeah.
Awesome.
How's she feel?
Oh, really good. It was worth the flight. Definitely a pretty car.
This one has been one of my favorites. So now that you've won it, you got to take care of it, and you got to send us pictures and at least one video of enjoying it.
It's like yearly updates on the
Yearly
car and
updates.
the
That's
condition.
perfect. Yeah, that is perfect. Sounds good.
Excellent. Thank
Want to
you.
head over to the hangar and check out the hangar?
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
All right, let's check it out. Let's go.
Alrighty.
Being able to do what we do every day has been one of the most amazing things ever for myself and the team. Sharing that with folks who share that same dream with us makes it feel complete.
I got the rear sections of the tip tanks here. Looking at this, don't look too bad. There are some dents in through here. Good one there. Another good one there. So I'm going to take the rest of that Bondo out. That's pretty deep there. I need to get that metal back up. Hopefully it's not stretched too bad, but I do not want to put a lot of filler in these.
So we all go through struggles, whether it's injuries, relationship problems, or loss. One of the hardest things for me to do is to ask for some help. I don't want to burden those around me with my problems, and I end up burying my struggles rather than dealing with them. Meeting with a therapist is a really easy way to solve this problem. So each time I met with a therapist, they have not only uncovered the root reason for the struggles I'm having, but also they help me to deal with other issues in my life. They've shown me the things that I can work on, and those things, working on them, have really improved my life. The thing is, having those therapy sessions with someone who gave me unbiased responses, it really helped. And I'd recommend it to anyone going through difficult times. And that's why I'm really excited to tell you about today's video sponsor, BetterHelp. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who is trained to listen and give you helpful and unbiased advice. First off, you go to their site. You can use my link betterhelp.com/rebuildrescue. You answer a few questions and BetterHelp will match you to a professional who has years of experience helping people with struggles just like yours. You can do it all from your phone, a computer, via phone call, video chat, or messaging. However you feel most comfortable. It's the easiest possible way to start talking to a therapist right now. And usually you can be matched to a therapist within 48 hours. Let BetterHelp connect you to a therapist who can support you, all from the comfort of your own home. Visit betterhelp.com/rebuildrescue or choose Rebuild Rescue during sign up and enjoy a special discount on your first month. Now, let's get back to these tip tanks. So I marked these off. And I think those are like the low spots. So if we get the PDR light out, we can just get the light on it, get the rest of these dents out, and then get it painted and ready to go.
Sounds good.
All right, let's get it done. So if you guys remember a couple episodes, I had my son out, Brandon, and one of his buddies, and they did some PDR to the tank portion of the tip tanks. Well, when you use PDR, you're supposed to use a PDR light, which gives you a good reflection, and basically you can just see it really well. Now that I have that light on there, I'm seeing a lot of work that needs done. So we'll get all these smoothed out to where it's maybe using a little bit of filler, maybe a little bit of high build epoxy primer. These tips will be perfect. We can get them bolted on and then we can move on to the next thing. Where we're at right now with the 401, it really is just doing so many little things. We do have some big projects coming up, but those projects are going to be more where other people are working on it. We may or may not be able to show some of it, but rest assured, work is still going to be getting done. And we're really, really close to the finish line. And hearing this thing run again, and one day seeing it fly again. There's a lot of work to do yet though. You might have to hold it while I tap it. This all may look a little archaic to you, but this is actually a jeweler's hammer. So usually it's a little more polished. I don't know what happened to it. I think I'll lend it to somebody, but it's a jeweler's hammer. It's really light. You have kind of like a blending area that's a little bigger, and then you got a little more of a sharper impact area. Basically, I'm just going underneath of it, massaging it out from underneath, and then massaging it back to shape from up top. It's just a lot of tedious work, and you're just kind of moving the metal around, getting the shape back again. So then when Joe jumps in with some filler, it should be a little bit easier to get it filled, and there won't be as much filler in the panel. Having filler in the panel, especially in an airplane, adds weight, and it also adds a place for failure underneath the paint. You can end up with cracks, especially stuff that's fluttering through the air at, you know, 200
knots.
Yeah, knots. So, and it's getting there. It's just a lot of work. Basically, we scuffed all the allodyne off so we can see the metal to make it more reflective. We're gonna polish it out a little bit to get more shine so we can see the depth of everything. Basically, the only thing we wanna do is get this flat again. So there may be, by the time we're done, you may get a 1/16 of an inch of skim coat of like primer and maybe a little bit of filler, but all in all, it'll be pretty much all straight metal. If we would have filled this the way it was before, there was like 1/4 inch like blobs of filler in here, which just isn't good.
So you're just trying to get as flat as possible. So like, even though there's still a couple little tiny dimples here,
Yeah.
you're not worried about that.
Yeah, not at all. What else we got on here? So that's the underside. I can see some waves down through here, but I don't really see any dents per se. I think this one's good, but it's just, these are obviously hand formed and rolled when they make them. So I think this thing's gonna be probably one of the straightest tip tanks on a 401 or 402 that you'll find that doesn't have filler in it. What's this other one look like? I think this one might have fallen off the airplane a couple times. Basic form of these tip tank ends. I mean, what do you even call these? Like tip tank extensions? Like, I don't even know why they have them.
Light holder.
Light holder, yes. It's a really fancy light holder. Like that's really the only thing going on inside these things is it houses the floodlight. Now, it's a really cool floodlight, and when we get our new lights in there, it'll be really, really cool. But yeah, so we got all the dents out for the most part. I mean, it's not perfect. Joe's gonna take it over to his area, and he's gonna do some magic to these things, get a little bit of prime in, a tiny little bit of filler, knock them down, get this thing in primer, and then it's gonna be ready to bolt on. So meanwhile, I'm gonna head over to the 401 and I'm gonna do my best to get the chains and all the straps and everything else hooked up to the door, which I'm not gonna be able to do that, am I? It's gonna be hard for me to squeeze the...
Yeah. Here, you can be the cameraman.
I'm gonna be the cameraman. Here we go.
Harry will do your squeezing for you.
All right, so actually as it stands right now,
I'm ready.
I just been voted cameraman here at the hangar because they're getting tired of me not being able to do simple jobs. So Jason, what are you gonna do next?
Welcome back to Rebuild Rescue, guys. I'm Jason Morrison, and I'm here with Joe, our mechanic.
And I'm Harry.
Apparently we're squeezing something that does something.
And I'm Harry. I'm really hungry. I'll be back.
Yeah. Lunchtime.
So what are we gonna do?
I think I'm gluing on the door.
Glue it. So I think we're gonna hook up some things up here. Basically, where are they at, Joe? Before Joe goes over and works in this tip tank, what I realized is we have to put some inserts into the side of the 401. Yeah, nutserts in the side of the 401 because the old ones were stripped out. So we took most of them out. I think there's 1 or 2 left. We're gonna put new ones in so we can attach the things that hold the chain onto the door. Well, and that takes 2 hands. I don't have 2 hands, but luckily Harry's got, oh, he's even got the part. So he's got 2 hands. And then I remembered a few of the stories Harrison's wife shared with us about working on stuff at home. Door shuts, goes up. There's got to be some kind of like a pneumatic STC or something like that for this because I just don't like this. I don't like the way it's designed. It's kind of weak. So we're gonna check and see if there's anything where like there might be a pneumatic cylinder that hooks up to here, and then probably is gonna hook up to the face of this. It would be so much nicer. Maybe there's even 2 of them. So we'll do some research, see if they have them. But meanwhile, it's hooked up and it's the way that it's supposed to be. And now we won't keep hitting our heads on it. Wow, look at that. That cleaned up really nice. All right, see, it looks pretty good. I'm not too sure I like that. That's definitely gonna mess up the paint on there pretty quick. 402, now I've seen these on 401s as well, but this would be mounted inside here and the chain would come straight down here. But the only thing I don't like about that is it sticks this like out in the way. So if you're a little bit wider of a person, you're going in there, this thing's definitely gonna like dig into your sides. But it's really, if it has a cable on it, you're really gonna hit it. I think we'll look at doing something about that later, but we definitely gotta fix that.
Oh, looky there.
I know, right? And doesn't that look cool? It looks so weird to me though when you look at it because it actually has steps on it.
Yeah, I'm used to like crawling in there all awkwardly and.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
you'll probably still crawl in there awkwardly.
That
but-
is a heck of a first step.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's all about taking that first step, Joe.
Yeah, the first step is a start to everything.
We need to dig in and look at the manuals and see what's what. Because right now we have this setup that came off of a 401, not this one, but I think it had the cargo door, and there's just some differences from it. If you look at the old 401 cable, it looks like this. There's no adjustments, there's no turnbuckles, it's really thin, so that would clear everything. So what we may have to do is we may actually have to see if we can order this, or maybe see if it's something that McFarland would have, or maybe get done custom and then we just get 2 new cables. I've also seen some 340s with this rubber kind of bungee strap thing on either side, brand new ones. So we'll look into that too, but for now, we'll get this bolted on and at least we can use the steps and it'll be good to go. We just won't leave it that way. So we're actually gonna go check out 9-3 Whiskey and the cylinder problems that it has. Oh man, like we redid all the cylinders, new pistons, new rings, talked to the builder. Ah man, it's been crazy. We actually put an engine monitor in it too. I had to pull the ads down because it was for sale and had a pre-buy done, and there was definitely a cylinder issue. Millennium's having problems with their cylinders right now, or had some problems. Of course, it's my cylinders they have problems with. So, but I think we have it figured out. Let's go stop and take a look at it. See what 9-3 Whiskey looks like.
Cherokee 9800 Whiskey is ready for departure. Airspeed's coming alive, doors are latched, window, everything is in the green.
Good to go.
We're on the right tank now.
He wants to fly. Density altitude is
Not a problem.
pretty high today, but this is buckshot.
All right, we got 43 miles.
All right.
All right, so we're down here in the one hangar that's housing the 402. What are we doing today, Joe?
I think we're gonna put this 402 on the stands we had the 401 on. To make
these?
Yeah.
Over here?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
those.
a good idea.
I made those, and we used them for a little while, and they haven't been used. And this thing's a pain to move around.
Yeah, true.
So-
that. I mean, look at the cart.
Yeah, we put it on a cart that kind of collapsed.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, the one wheel is like bent to the side, and yeah, it's looking a little rough.
So figure we'll get it up, make it easier to move around. We might be relocating it, so that's kind of why we're doing this now. So
So what's the plan? Well, I guess you have to reinstall. No, not on this side. Back here.
I gotta install the spar connectors,
Okay.
and once we have those on, then we could attach it to those stands. So
Awesome. And we'll just put the little table jacks underneath and
Yep.
lift it up, and
lift it up, slide a couple bolts in, and we're ready to roll it wherever we want it.
sounds easy enough.
Yeah, it's always
I don't
sounds
think it's
easy.
gonna be that easy.
Newark traffic, Cherokee 9800 Whiskey is on the left downwind runway 35 at Newark. Newark traffic, Cherokee 9800 Whiskey turning final, runway 35.
And we're down.
Yeah.
Just need a couple more landings. Then when you have it down, you'll fly in something else in order to be totally different.
Yeah, I know. That is that.
Hey, there's old 9-3 Whiskey now. Looking all lonely, saying we should be flying her.
Right. Why don't you love me?
Yeah. Why'd you leave me here, Dad?
You weren't running right.
We got over here to York Airport over at Forward Aero here where 9-3 Whiskey's been sitting. It's been getting some love. We actually, along with all the engine stuff that we did, we also put a nice little engine monitor in there and moved the clock over. And so it'll be nice to have the engine monitor. We have to wait for the carburetor yet. Once we get the carburetor, we're gonna get to fly this again and get it re-broken in, and then hopefully get it sold. It's a nice looking airplane though. Let's see what it looks like when you turn it on. Yeah, it's fully color.
Nice.
I think it'll work well there. I mean, it's fully color. You can see it, no problem. It'd be nice to fly with it. It's even got a carb temp. It's got voltage, gallon per hour, outside air temp, all the cylinders. Fuel totalization, diagnostic system, configuration. It's got some good stuff. So this thing will be pretty cool. Just got to get the carburetor back. I think we sent it off to Marvel, and because of the ported cylinders and everything, they're fattening it up a little bit. I think it needs a little more fuel.
I got to go up and grab an Allen socket and a small wrench.
To get that thing off.
Yeah.
And then you can just slide the bracket in like you did the other side. Cool.
And then
Did you get the other side all done?
Not the back bracket, but
Oh,
the
not
front
the back,
one's
the
done.
front one. Nice. Yeah, because this one was missing the bottom, was missing this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. That's all in. Cool.
Of course, it's tough to get into those areas, but
Yeah,
I did
true
it.
that. Hey, they just peeled it all up basically to get it
Yeah.
off. So let's grab those table jacks while Joe goes and grabs some tools.
Okay.
And we'll set it up under the 402 just to kind of hopefully start getting it off the
Get it
ground.
ready to get up. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. These things are freaking heavy. Oh! Oh my God, what do they make it out of?
Platinum.
Bricks?
Greg runs over my camera.
Yeah. Doesn't see
He would do it on purpose.
No, I know. Look, here he comes.
What's up, Greg?
Not much, man. What's going on?
Nothing.
Cleaning still?
Yeah, we're trying to get the 402 up on jacks. So we
Hopefully.
can, yeah.
Get it back up in the hangar.
It's on wheels, isn't it?
We took it off. It's on like these little.
It's like on these little carts that are all collapsing. So we're going to throw it up on the stands we had the 401 on.
Those things Joe welded all together.
And then we're going to wheel it all the way up to the main hangar.
So I'm not gonna lie, when I pull up and you guys have the camera out already and you're giving me a mic and I hear something about get his reaction, I get a slight bit nervous, so. Yeah, right? Oh my God.
We haven't done anything reaction worthy yet.
Yeah, nothing to worry about yet.
Last thing I knew, Joe was saying we need to take the Escalade frame and drivetrain and put this on top of it so we have a four-wheel drive Cessna.
The first four-wheel drive Cessna.
The first four-wheel drive. There's probably good reason for that. Mudding in a Cessna.
I like it.
Would that work? Is if you dropped it way down on the frame and the tires were like here and they were huge mudders. And they just had enough room to turn, but they're, you know, and you had some like big fenders on them. So I went to the doctor's the other day, yesterday, and he asked me why I wasn't wearing my sling. And he did ask me about a video, why, he saw the video, so after I got surgery, he was like, so what were you doing working with your arm the day you got surgery? I was like, what do you mean? So he did see it, but he did say it's healing up pretty good. And he said if I want to, he didn't put the the thing on there that has like the resistance and you can only bend it so far. He said as long as you bend it slow and rest it once in a while, I can leave it off. So, but I have 8 weeks, no more than 2 pounds. Yeah, so we've had, I don't know what the guys have shared with you guys yet, but we have so many hangars in so many different places with so many airplanes. We're trying to consolidate. We have been able to sell a couple airplanes off. I think the 235 is finally sold, 9-3 Whiskey. So they're coming, they were supposed to come today, but they pushed it off until next Thursday now. Uh-oh.
So I got my right hand lower aft, which will go right in there.
So it's just gonna slide in and we're just gonna bolt it
Yep.
bolt it in?
Just gonna throw a couple of them bolts in and hand tighten them because they'll be fine.
Yeah, just to move.
And
You guys might be wondering why these are actually out, and I was too. I was actually a little bit upset when we opened up the shipping container doors because these were taken out. There's a lot of work to put these in if someone's going to use the airframe. Luckily, we didn't have plans to do that, but the airplane's so wide you can't fit it in the storage container or shipping container with these on. So they took them out.
So they literally just had to remove them just because it was just too wide for the shipping container.
Yeah.
And they left the lift points for us, so we could reuse those at some point.
Oh, that's so cool.
He's a beast.
I'm just going in here. Just let her down.
Pull the other one out. Pull the other one out.
Let her down.
Keep going.
I can't. All right.
Hey, got it.
You didn't want to give us a heads up. You just wanted to lift it. I love how Joe doesn't go, all right, guys, I'm going to lift this up. He lifts it up and starts going, get the other one out, get the other one out, get it out. No warning or nothing.
Run, don't try to catch it.
It's only going to be like 100 pounds or so.
Yeah. I wasn't sure
I
how
was just going to say, do we know how well balanced
how
this
balanced that's how balanced it is. Oh, that baby's solid. That baby's solid.
is? One finger on it the whole thing.
Right, I know. That's what I was waiting for it to do. Hey, you just calm down over there.
402 is going to take a trip across the airport, just like this.
Yeah.
Not sketchy at all.
Not sketchy at all.
Nope.
Towing it with the forklift.
Yep.
Hopefully
And,
we don't drop it on its nose.
We'll have
Yeah,
a Harry
hopefully.
on one side and a Corey on the other, and hopefully everything goes kind of to plan.
I think it will. I mean, we're going to go so slow.
I've never seen you guys run before, so I think the forklift will get
Hey,
you
if there's
running.
a fridge with food at the end of this, we might be running.
Got it.
show up at the airport and you see a forklift pulling a 402. Oh my gosh, it's gonna go downhill here. And that worked out pretty good.
Not too bad. A lot less sketchy than we were thinking.
Yeah. I was at the doctor's. The guys went ahead and got the 402 up here because we're trying to clean out some of the hangars that we have here at our home airport. And we also need to get a couple parts off this because it's about time for this 402 to find another home. I'm gonna miss it.
Now it's done.
It's looking like it's fitting up pretty nice. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Nicely done.
let go a second. Okay, it ain't gonna fall. Just don't touch it. I'll grab a couple screws. I'll get a couple screws in there. And rather than priming one side, waiting for an hour, then flipping it over and painting the other side, we're just gonna go ahead and I think put it on here. I'll prime it on the airplane. That should be good to go. Mustard yellow.
That's wild. I would not have expected to see a 401 in that color.
Yeah. I ain't going nowhere.
Now we really got to watch our heads as we're walking past. So what, you got a little more sanding on that last one, and then that one's ready to go up too?
Yep.
Good, like that. Seeing that thing on there, like these things are massive. They're like 6 feet long. Oh, now so it also has these tips too, which actually will bring it out to here.
Yeah.
Because it's got the longer tips. This thing's gonna look sweet.
The tip tank itself is like 10 foot long.
Yeah.
Let that dry, we'll give her a sand. I'm out of primer.
All right, so I got both of these holes cleaned out. There was an old insert in there, like a threaded insert, so I got those cleaned out. And all we gotta do is get the new one in. Should be good to go. All right, struggle is real. So now we just gotta get the right length bolts for this. Get this on, and this part of the project will be all finished up. If you look here, the left side has a longer travel because it's on an angle just by design. So these have turnbuckles, so it makes it real easy. You can just adjust the length and make sure they're both equal length, because you definitely want both of these on here because, I mean, that's a large leverage point. It's a lot of weight going up and down these steps. And the last thing you want is it being like off center. Eventually you're gonna bend everything. So we're just going to adjust these to where they have the same tension, and then this part of the project will be done. Nice. There you go. So we got the door installed. We have the straps on. We do have an adjustment that we have to make up here yet. We have to figure this out. But for now, we actually have a door that we can crawl up, in and out of without having a bench, which is so nice. Now we can close the door. Nice. It's been a long time since that thing's worked. You know, it's these little things that can take hours to do that we have so many of to do on the Phoenix. It's just about chipping away at this project, getting things done when we can get them done. It's not too bad. Look, they even close. As long as they don't get stuck in there. Not bad. Yeah, all right, guys, so we got some more work done on the Phoenix. We have so much more work to do. Thank you for being here. As always, you guys are the most important part of this channel, of this project. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Take care.